Hello, summoners, and welcome to another episode of FEHology, the study of Fire Emblem Heroes. All right, let me just give you my quick take on this.
I'm begging you.
Caeda, wow, Vantage is making a comeback, and I have a theory that we're about to see more Vantage-y things. And if you want just a really gut feeling that will be wrong, and you guys can make fun of me later, I think we're about to see a Vantage seal. I think we are at that point in the game where that would not be too broken, and it would be really interesting and bring back some strategies that we haven't seen in a while. So, that's my hot take. I think this banner is more interesting for things to come than things that are. Let's take a quick look, though. All right. So I've already looked at this. We're not going to spend just an incredible amount of time. We will simply go through and first off, I mean, she looks great. She looks like Caeda. Like that's yeah, I mean, you got to love it. You do notice that we now have, this is a unit that gives speed. So we have pair-ups with stats now, which it's about time. The pair-up mechanic in general just bombed so badly. But let's look at this wing-lifted spear. Effective against armored and cavalry, grants attack +6. If unit initiates attack or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack, speed, defense, res +5 to unit during combat. And also, if foe does bonuses, has bonuses, grants all of that to units and inflicts negative to foe. So it's like a bonus stealer. You gotta love that. For Vantage, you would have preferred this to be an all-on attack, and that would have been a lot more interesting. Would have kind of reminded me of the old Matthew strategies. Since it's every stat, it's okay. I mean, obviously, bonuses, you're gonna see those most in Arena and Summoner Duels. We'll talk about Arena in just a second, but this Canto portion for Summoner Duels is obviously really good. And this is just a straight Canto, it's not remaining. So that is very, very powerful. It's quite nice. It's almost a necessity for units now. You know, they need that to survive. But anyway, Moonbow, Snore. Distant Storm. This is cute because they introduced the speed distant counter on Marth, and now they introduced the attack distant counter on Caeda, so you love that. But this is the skill that's really interesting. Faithful Loyalty. If armored or cavalry foe initiates combat, unit can counterattack before foe's first attack. Vantage. Neutralizes effects that prevent the unit's follow-up attack during combat. So, Vantage plus half null follow-up? Yeah. That's pretty good. And after combat grants full Vantage. Alright, so the hard part about this is, I mean, first off, Vantage versus armors isn't going to be very good. They're just so bulky now. Like, you put this unit up against, say, Fallen Edelgard. Edelgard's going to demolish this unit. It's going to be bad. So AR is probably not your bag for this one. The other thing is the units that are going to do the most damage are bows, and she doesn't have Vantage versus those. I should say infantry bows. So Young Inez, stuff like that's just going to eat her up. I will say the one thing that's interesting, normally the nuke in your AR defense is a cavalry unit, and the one who's going to do the most damage is the one who's going to go first. So keep that in mind. It is still very possible that you could throw this unit in the middle of a map and just wipe it. But it's not certain, and it's going to be situational. Most Vantage units are situational, though, so yeah. Let's talk Summoner Duels real quick. I think this unit is meh in Summoner Duels. Obviously, you could put this unit with a far save tank and then switch out Distant Storm, and I think suddenly she's a lot better. Add in something like Legendary Ellawood, and she's even better than that. So, I mean, that's good, right? But she's not busted. But I want to be... I don't want to give you Caeda fans, like, this is still a good unit. She's just not... She's not top tier. We do have her stats, her estimated stats, and I think these are right. This is 39 HP, 38 attack, 44 speed, 26 defense, and 30 res. That ties for the highest speed. It's also high attack, but yeah. So Summoner Duels, she's going to be good. Like, if you use her, she's going to be a lot of fun. Pair her up with Ashe. I think you can have some crazy warping shenanigans, and along with your Kanto, I think you're going to have a lot of fun. Is this unit in a tier with Yuri and Brave Erica? No. Does she demolish Brave Erica? Yes. So that's good. Unfortunately, Yuri just, yeah, he just kills her really bad. But where are we? Arena. I mean, wow. This is not an arena unit. I'm gonna flash up this is my personal tier list right here. And what this is based on, this is as if I was telling someone who is just starting the game, if you wanted to invest in legendaries, which ones would you invest in for water season? And I think that S tier, I'm gonna get killed for Legendary Azura up there, but I still think she's an amazing unit. She's the only dancer legendary, and having a dancer in arena is amazing. She's also good in almost every other mode. I use her regularly in Summoner Duels. I don't use her in Aether Raids, but she can be used there quite well. Legendary Chrom, I keep thinking this unit is going to go away, and he just doesn't. He's really, really good. Yeah. I mean, right up there, I love Legendary Byleth. I think as a support unit, he's good in every single mode, and he hits hard. So he provides support, and he can carry. That combination is excellent. This next tier is where I put Caeda. And keep in mind, if you're a Caeda fan, like, this is still... There aren't any bad legendaries on this list. Like, even I've got Erica and Ryoma down there. They're still really, really good. Especially Erica with her Refine is excellent. But I love Dimitri. I know a lot of people put him in a lower tier. I think true damage plus, well, basically Atrocity. I think Atrocity makes him really, really good. Caeda with her Vantage gimmick is going to be a lot of fun. I think she's going to help win you matches. She's not going to carry, and you're not going to win because of her alone, like you are with some of these S tier folks. And then Leaf has Gale Force. I mean, that's always going to be good. But this is that tier that I put Caeda in. I think she is an excellent role player, and I think you're going to have a lot of fun using her, as I do with all of those folks in A tier. Yeah, Summoners. That's about the lowdown. I expect more Vantage things to come. It's just a hunch. IS kind of likes to tease stuff like this. So I don't like that Caeda's Vantage is conditional. That's hard. Although after the first combat with an armor or cavalry, it's not. So maybe that's a good thing. But yeah, she's interesting. If you like Caeda, I think you're happy. If you are not a Caeda fan, then this is a solid skip because we have a Hero Rises coming, and Summoners is looking amazing. They just released the Gauntlet today, and yeah, I don't think we're going to get all green. I think we're going to have one red, and I think that red is Sigurd because he's the only red. But yeah. One last thing on Arena. I am a bit disappointed that Caeda loses to every one of these units, except for Legendary Azura and Leaf. That's not true. She beats out Erica too. I don't know about Ryoma. Like, we would have to see, but I bet Ryoma wins. Ryoma is pretty bulky. But yeah. Summoners. Crazy time drop, right? I hope all of you are doing well. I hope your summons go well if you're pulling for this. I am not, because I am broke. But I take care and schedule an appointment with your FEHologist real soon.